Hey everybody, I'm just on my way to work. I'm running late again because health issues flared up again today, and so I figured while I'm driving I might as well make a video. Boy, I feel sick today. You just never know with these autoimmune diseases if it's gonna come and, when they're gonna hit you. It's like you're afraid to eat anything because you don't know what's going to happen. But all I had was Subway yesterday. Like, I can't even, it was fine. Like, I don't know, whatever. Then again, Donna is also sick, so I'm kind of wondering if she's getting me sick somehow with some kind of bacteria or something. I don't know, because she's always sick too, and she's got similar problems, and they're still trying to diagnose her. But, it's like every time she has a problem, I have the same problem. It's getting really weird now and annoying. She don't have to work. She's retired. I have to get to work. I have I have a very busy schedule every day. I got to keep canceling appointments in the morning because I'm sick, and then I run late for work, and it's just like, whatever. This is my life. I'm also, just making this video to let people know that, what's going on with Father Altman, I made a long video about it yesterday, is happening to a lot of good priests and religious and nuns and people around the world. It's been happening, but it's really, like, the persecution is even within the church. So if you are speaking traditional, conservative, obedient to Christ and His Word, you could be defrocked. You could be asked to resign. You could lose your parish as a priest. I keep saying I want to be a priest, but I don't think there's time left, and nobody's going to take me in because it seems like the entire church has gone mad, and from the top down, we have evil people in there, Freemasons and stuff, that are pushing this more of a libertarian, lukewarm, false gospel, false way of being, like it's just, LGBT and friendly and all this other stuff, and they're just really, the church is changing. It's in serious crisis. The Catholic Church, Jesus said He did not want this. So I don't care if the Pope says he's changing things. You're not supposed to change. God said in His Word, you cannot change my laws. You cannot change one bit of this Word. You must live by it and obey it if you're going to go to heaven, if you're going to follow me. Otherwise, you're not my disciples. So you're certainly not a pope or a bishop or a priest if you're not obeying Him. You're working for the wrong team. My only crime in that seminary, which ran me out after 5 months of harassment and lies, now I'm blacklisted from getting into any other seminary or diocese or order. I've tried. I've gone through over 100 already the past 2 years. Nobody will take me back, and they're telling me that the seminary is slandering me. Now, I know I've been told I have a hell of a lawsuit because I sold my home and lost almost everything so that I could join that seminary. And then they mistreated me and then ran me out. Like, I ultimately left. It was my choice, but sooner or later, they would have found some way to try to get me out anyway. So I left. It was making me physically ill. I already had health issues, but it was making me worse with all the stress. But now it's like I have no vocation now. I can't answer God's call. I can never be a priest or a brother. I have no home. I have a part-time job. My health has failed me. And I have PTSD from what happened to me there. So yeah, I've talked to some people, and that's grounds for a hell of a lawsuit. I mean, hey, they're paying out billions to other abuse victims, but I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that because, even though my life is dependent on it now, they owe me a house at the very least, like they ruined me. And I'm hearing now that they actually said that because of me now they're making it stricter for people to get into that seminary, and they're using me as an excuse, but I don't even know if the higher ups are a part of this or if they know that the truth, that if they put the formators up to this or what. But the formators lied about me. They wrote false reports. They threatened to kick me out on the street in the middle of winter if I did not change my reports. My monthly report, my quarterly reports, and write what they wanted me to write in them. And then they wrote real bad ones about me. It was all lies to make me look like I was crazy, to make me look unfit. Then they'd sit there and tell me to my face, oh, you definitely have a call to the priesthood, just not in this order, because we're too liberal, we're too modern, we're too progressive for a traditionalist like you. You're too rigid. So they mistreated me until I left. And I had nowhere to go. I sold my home and everything. It was in the middle of winter. I was almost 2,000 miles away from everywhere I knew. I had no family. I lost my family. They told me that if I did this, not to come back. And my family won't take me back after I went to become a priest. I mean, I lost everything. Maybe it'll work to my glory one day in heaven to help me to become a saint, because I lost everything for Christ. But the point is, what they did was unjust, unethical, immoral. It was false. It was very unbecoming of priests or the Catholic Church. And, it's like, I'm lucky to have a parish that's with a holy pastor, a holy priest right now, and a good confessor. But most of these places are not like that. And I feel bad for the multitudes of Catholics and Christians who don't have real shepherds, who have a heart and mind like Christ, who are really truly working for Christ. All these false wolves in sheep's clothing. And this is just absolutely horrendous. And if they did it to me, now what they're doing to Father Altman, that priest is a real holy priest. He's from Wisconsin also. And they're slaughtering him. They're forcing him to resign now because of what he said. He was speaking the truth. And now they're trying to get him to resign. And it's like, we only have so many real good priests left in this world. That's how you know we're in the end times, because the church is turning against its own good priests. So what they did to me, they're doing to him now. And what they did to Father Karapi, and they tried to do to Mother Angelica. And Fulton Sheen, he'll never be probably beatified as a saint. This is bad. The evil got into the church too. And I'm not trying to be divisive here or speak against Christ's church, because Jesus said the gates of hell will never prevail against his church. It's still the true church, but you got to be careful. You have to know that Bible. You have to be faithful to Christ and his mother, or you're going to be deceived and swayed into all this modernist thinking. If you're going to be a Christian, the road is narrow. He says, pick up your cross daily and follow me. What do you think that means? It doesn't mean like, oh, okay, the Pope said women can be priests now, so it's okay. Oh, the Pope said men can get married now, it's okay. Oh, no, Jesus said no. Who are you going to obey? An infallible man, or are you going to obey Christ? It's his church. He's the judge. And I'm telling you, he's real, and he will judge us all on Judgment Day. And we need to be afraid. You need to have a holy, righteous fear. But what happened to me was a crime. And today I got in a fight on the phone with one of my formators, who, there was a good cop, bad cop. And the good cop stayed in contact with me all this time. He keeps in touch with me. But I don't trust him. And now today his true colors came out in his text messages. Last week, a couple weeks ago, he accused me of being a Freemason and infiltrating the seminary. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know darn well that that's totally not me. I'm the one that's always warning you that you guys are Freemasons and you infiltrated the church. And you're ruining the seminary, not me. Tried to pin that on me. Now he's up to something else. So I basically told him, I basically had to threaten a lawsuit. I said, I have a lawsuit here. I mean, if I really wanted to go and make a scandal, I could go to the newspapers and have a heck of a lawsuit of what you guys did. I'll tell them everything you did and everything I saw in that seminary. But I don't want to cause any more trouble for Jesus' church. So anyway, it's just not been a good day. I've been feeling very sick, and I've had to deal with my formator. Now he's telling me, oh, I'm going to change my number, because once I mentioned lawsuit, all of a sudden, don't contact him anymore. Yeah, exactly. But dumbass, I got a lot of emails and text messages saved that I could use against you in court. All the comments that you made, all the insults, I got it all. I saved it all. So it's called copy and paste, buddy. It's called taking a photo of your phone. So I got so much against these people if I ever wanted to go to court, but I don't want to do that to Jesus' church. It's the last thing the church needs. And I told him, the last thing I texted him, I said, don't bother changing your number. You're not going to hear from me anymore, but I want to tell you this much, that you and I and everybody in that seminary in order both know the truth. And the truth is, my only crime was trying to be a true, traditional, conservative, Marian consecrated, holy, faithful priest of God. That was my crime. And you modernists ran me out of there and lied about me and tried to get me kicked out. Just because you told me I was unformable and I was going against the grain and I wasn't modern enough or progressive enough. So I had to lose my vocation. Then they put me on a blacklist, and now I can't ever get into a seminary or an order again. I've tried. I've gone to 100 already, and they're all telling me, well, once we call it the seminary, good luck, good luck, good luck. There's nothing I could do now. I'm crippled. I'll never have a vocation again. I'll never even be able to be a brother, a monk, a priest, nothing. So they ruined my life. I have no home. I'm honest, basically I have nothing in life but bad health and PTSD, no money, no career, no vocation, no home, nothing. I lost it all. All because I wanted to be a faithful to Christ Catholic priest. Yeah, thanks a lot.